you excited to get into some hand hooping? And let's learn some basic fundamentals. That way you can accelerate your growth in your hooping journey and your learning. So we're going to learn how to do this basic hand hooping here now with this vertical plane. So first, you could start off with imagining yourself in a box. You know, you have your first wall here, you have your first plane, you have another plane, wall, wall, wall. So we're going to focus on this first wall here. And you want to keep this hoop like it's the wall. And so to get the hoop moving, your movements are going to be up and down with your hand. They're very slight, but they are there. You're not moving your hand in a circle. It's basic, whipping it around. And, give yourself a little start there. And then if you want to just keep your hand straight, I am not moving my hand at all. I am literally just bouncing on my knees, and keeping the hoop moving with the bounce of my knees. And the more I bounce, the faster it goes. You see? So you really don't need to do much movements with your hand here, your wrist. It's literally, you're just keeping this bounce and flow with that there. And here's that in slow motion. And that is the basic hand hooping fundamental there. And then we're going to get into the hand toss. So once you have mastered this hand hooping, you are going to start now pulling your hand out when the hoop gets on this plane here. The top of the hoop is on your hoop. That's when you're gonna pull your hand out. You're gonna give it that last, all right, as it's coming back around. So it's here, and that's when you pull your hand out to pull that toss. And then, once it comes back down, slide your hand back in there to catch it, to keep it going. Out and then back in is how you would do that. So now that I'm focusing, like that. So first you're going to start to get this hand hooping down. You're going to pull your hand out and you're going to catch it. Pull your hand with your palm facing up and just practice catching it. Like that. Once you get a good catch, you're training your body and where to put your hand. So once you get that good hand catching, you can keep it going. And now, to keep it going, when you put your hand in, you are going to have a little bit of emotion just to roll with it, flow with it. You will feel that motion once you get in there. And let's take a quick tip break. I do want to give you a tip and say that do not practice too long with each of these things, because these motions do work, your wrist, your movements, your body. And if you do it too long, you will start finding yourself getting sore, or if you're practicing too long, you'll get that fatigue and you won't be able to nail it. And then that'll make you discouraged from continuing to learn and grow. So definitely, learn a little bit of fundamentals, practice it, and then move on to the next thing. Keep learning new things. And then that way, when you come back to the things that you might not have grasped as quickly, you might grasp it a little bit better now that you've learned some other fundamentals. So definitely keep going with your learning and don't just spend hours and hours learning one thing. So now we're going to do a move that gets you comfortable with your hoop, and it goes around your body. And so you're going to keep your hands face down, palms down to the ground as you move it around your body. When it goes down, you're going to grab it with your hand going over the hoop like this. That way it's comfortable to bring it back around. And so this gets you that fundamental motion of moving the hoop around and gets you prepared start doing the lasso, which we will get into after we do over the head. So we're going to start doing some over the head hooping now. And so just like the vertical plane, come back into your box. You have a plane above you, your roof, your ceiling, the top of the box. And so to keep the hoop in the top of the box, you're going to keep that same motion side to side. Remember, it's not going around in circles. You're going side to side to keep it going. And then also something I do want to share, another quick tip for you. You want to practice both directions. Always, always practice both directions when you are learning. Practice with both hands as well. You always want to have that feeling of any direction, either hand, that way you never get caught up or anything. Like, I'll share with you real quick. I had a wrist injury at one point, and it was my right side, my dominant side, and when I started learning, I did not learn anything on my left side. So of course, after I hurt my wrist and I couldn't do much, I had to restart learning everything from straight down from the same fundamentals, because I never learned with my left side. So obviously, a good tip is that learn with your right hand as well as your left hand. So to get into that, we're going to practice switching hands with the hoop above our head. So now that you've got a good grasp of moving the hoop around your head, remember, forward, back, side to side, whichever direction, and whichever movement you're moving your hand, think of it as a straight line. You're moving your hand back and forth in a straight line. No curves, no circles. Let the circle do the circling. All right, and so now to get both of your hands in there, you're going to do it like a prayer. So once the hoop is on the back side of your hand, that opens the front side of your hand to do some pray. And so then you can have this hand, you could take this out and continue the flow with the other hand. So just do that a couple times. Practice feeling when the right time to pull in and when the right time to go up. Now we're going to get into the lasso. So just to get your hand in the motion of it, you're going to imagine yourself doing a figure 8. The infinity sign, the infinity symbol. You're going to imagine your hand doing that, and that's kind of the motion that you're going with it. So your hand and your grip stays firmly on the hoop as well. You're not letting go. So you're going to start with your hand out, hoop to the side, and then you're going to do your first, scoop. Like you're sliding some water in front of you or some sand. You're just going to scoop, twist it around like that. Now, as you twist it, you bring your hand up and over your head. So it's down low, up, and then you're drawing a big 8 now. And this is the lasso. We'll break that down in slow motion. And remember, do it with both hands. Always, always practice new things with both hands. Your grip is staying on the hoop. You're not letting go. But as you get more comfortable, you could literally do it with one finger once you feel that flow. Another hand hooping you can do is now the weave. So we're going to get into the weave. So you're going to keep your hand on the bottom side of the hoop, facing up, palm up, with your fingers over, so you're gripping it. And you're literally like you're rowing. Your hand does not let go of the hoop. You're keeping the flow. You're scooping in front of you this way and just following the trail and bringing it back on the side of your body. So you're scooping one side, back side, front side, back side, front, back, front, back. Now this is called a weave. And then you can pass it back and forth to your other hand and go back and forth. You can use both hands. You can go faster. You could use your tip of your finger or keep a firm grip on it, but that is how a weave goes. Another cool little bonus I want to throw in there, something you could do with your hand that's easy, simple to do, but looks pretty cool. So as you're taking the hoop in front of you like this, you're scooping in front. As you get to your 12 o'clock up here, your hand is, the back of my hand is facing you. You're just going to twist when you get to the top up here. Twist your hand here where now my wrist is facing you. And then as you keep going, so this would be what, about 2 o'clock, your back of my hand comes back to you, and then you keep going. Slow. Just the twist, because when you start doing it faster, this is a pretty cool trick. So now we're going to incorporate a fun little combo that incorporates all of the moves you just learned. That way we can get to flowing. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is a weave. So do it twice on each side. 1, 1, 2, 2. Second time, face the plane and go into your hand hooping. Spin it around your hand 2 times, and on the third time, toss it up. So 1, 2, toss. Either catch it or keep it flowing, depending on where you're at. And then let it come out to the side here. And then we're going to do our spin around. So you want to make sure you're starting off with your hand, back of the hand, facing forward. So you can come around this way, do the spin like that. And then as it comes back around here, you're going to get into your lasso. Lasso it however many times. We'll do it twice into the hand hooping above the head. And that will be our combo. So now let's put it all together. So I do want to say real quick, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button for me. I do appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, if you have any specific tricks that you would like some guidance on. Let me know. I can do specific things, requested things. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to learn. We can do that. Also, I do have some performance art, fun, flowy things on the channel, so subscribe if you'd like to learn, flow, and get down with the hooping vibes and the flow artsy vibes. And I also do want to say that I do make my own hula hoops. They're called Phaery Loops hula hoops, obviously. They are UV reactive as well, and they shine and glow. So I am in the process of rebranding, so I will say real quick too that if you've noticed the name change, that is because I did unfortunately notice there was another hula hoop brand with quite a similar name and brand as I did. So because I wasn't too far along in my hooping brand, I decided I want to be my own unique thing. Let me just rebrand now while I can, while I'm just getting started with it. So that is why I dropped the dream part, because the fairy and how I spell fairy, the unique way, is unique to me, so I do want to keep that with me. And I wanted to incorporate some kind of hula hoop related thing. And I don't want the ordinary, just calling it hoops. So they are loops to me, so it makes it unique. Fairy Loops was born and evolved into what I am today. So thank you for sticking around, hanging through all the evolutions, the changes, and I finally have found the right vibe to continue forward. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, and goodbye.